I think Sam Levinson has such an obsession with Black people, Black men, Black penises in a way that is actually really creepy. And I want him to discuss it in therapy. He's just like, how many times can I put the N-word in here? How many times can I say monkey? What about slave? I'm surprised he didn't say anything about cotton in this episode. Like, he for sure has a whiteboard with a list of words that he's like.
Welcome to Two Black Girls, One Rose, where together we'll uncover what we can learn about modern dating, love, and relationships from popular television. I'm Justine, and today I have two of my all-time favorite guest hosts on the pod. Traci Thomas and Jess Lee are both here to dissect the most polarizing, I would say, episode of television that has aired in a long time, the Euphoria finale.
Yes, you brought two mulattas to make your second Black girl. It takes two of us, but we're here.
Exactly. Half equals one.
Yeah,
so
you've got two Black girls, one accidental white girl, and a Rose. Thrilled to be back. Thrilled to be back.
Oh my God.
I'm so excited.
So excited to have you guys back. So what I would say were your just off the cuff thoughts about the episode? Traci, you're bursting. I know.
I have so many thoughts. I think one of my first and biggest thoughts was an hour and 40 minutes.
Nuts.
It felt disrespectful to the form of television and my own time. That's a film. That's a film. I think in some ways, Sam Levinson did complete the circle. He did close a few loops. There were other loops he didn't close. I also think, aside from Lori, only Black people died in this episode.
Yeah.
Nate died the episode before, and Lori died today, but everyone else was Black.
He really said there were too many Negroes on this.
He did a Donald Turley. He said, don't bring him to my games. It was too many. He said, how many can we get rid of? Plenty. And he went back to shooting Black men in their penises, right? Because that was the threat for the old boy in the office. And then he was like, Marshawn Lynch, you're going to get it. Same move, new guy.
Okay, I'm married now, but I still live for hearing what's happening in the dating streets. And honestly, if I were single, I'd want a dating app that encourages me to show up as my real self, not some overly curated version. That's why when my girls told me about Highly Dating app, it caught my attention. It's built for people who are done pretending and ready to date as they are. Messy, honest, and unapologetic. If you're single and tired of perfection culture, Highly Dating app is definitely worth checking out. Download Highly Dating app from the App Store or Google Play, or visit highly.com. That's HILY.com. Date as you are with Highly Dating app.
So, those are my sort of broad thoughts. I think we knew Rue was going to be dead. The only reason Rue wasn't going to die was if they were going to do another season. That was the only reason Rue was not going to die.
Yeah.
So,
and I think she had to, right? And I would also say that I think that was probably the best part of the episode.
Yes, I agree.
Her dying.
The best part of the episode, both aesthetically and in the plot forward. And I think it's hilarious that it was the best part and there was not a single lick of dialogue. Right?
Yeah.
Right. None of it was great because of things that he wrote.
Yeah, that's true. I also really liked Lori's death. I thought that was pretty fierce.
I like Lori's death.
She said, "You won't catch me in prison."
She said, "I'm not going to be here."
No,
she
ma'am.
Said, see ya.
I actually don't. That was not. Maybe that was the best part of the episode, but I sort of thought that it. I feel like in previous seasons we would have had the Labyrinth music. It would have
of course.
It just was felt such a shitty way to deal with your main character who is the face of the show and really has been your star. For Sam Levinson, he's nothing without Zendaya basically. And I felt like it was maybe the best part of this episode, but it was not worthy of the show or of her.
Yes, it was not worthy of her.
Yeah.
And I think, a bunch of people were sharing on threads, somebody on Instagram put the Labyrinth Zendaya I'm tired to her death scene. And I think that even that leveled it up in a way of this is what we could have had, right? Like what we had was good, right? Like I think that it was the best part in a terrible, terrible season. And we could have had so much more from a music perspective, from a length perspective. Like it was very short also, right? Like it was a short amount of time in that hour and 40-minute episode. We spent probably more time following Kitty's BBL around the strip club than we did, right? Like deeply feeling the death of Rue. And I think that it was only as good as it was because Zendaya is such an amazing actress, right? If not for her.
Because the lighting was terrible in that section.
When they were showing her hand, I was like,
I couldn't see a thing. Or how about Coleman Domingo's book where he like writes down Rue and it's like so overexposed you can't even see it? I was just like, okay.
Horrible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Justine?
It was bad. So I have a lot to say, obviously. I was really thinking about this for a long time. This guy is so motherfucking racist, Sam Levinson. I hate this motherfucker so much. And why I say this is because I see now why Labyrinth is not working with him. I don't know the full tea, obviously, but I just feel like if you're going to write a somewhat satirical, campy horror Western about the poisons of religion, specifically Christianity, in a show where you are also telling the story of a lot of Black people, to only have a choir appear once is insane. That is crazy. You only see Black music as a vehicle for your morose storytelling of the constant struggle and survival of Black people and of old slave hymns, not the actual basis of American Christian music and a lot of just American music in general. So now I see why Labyrinth is not working with him. And as Jess said earlier, we missed out.
Yes.
The last few scenes, there was just a lot of old-timey, very like slavery, obviously slavery references. Rue getting lassoed was wild. Nigga, monkey, monkey, nigga, monkey, monkey, monkey. All towards the end. Monkey, monkey, nigga, monkey, 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 nigga. Shooting in the dick is another classic one. Just terrible. And then...
Well, and the black on black crime of it all.
And then the black on black crime of it all. And then how on earth would these homestead from deep Texas, all growing your own food, no COVID vaccine having cells be so welcoming and open arms with big Black Coleman Domingo?
Also, can we talk about the bitch's lips? I'm like, I'm like, what injections? Where?
Huge.
Are you injecting corn?
From where?
Cast someone who doesn't look like a fucking Instagram model, you skeevy motherfucker. Sam Levinson is never beating the allegations.
Never.
Sydney Sweeney's tits being in the shot where she's pouring the fucking syrup on the thing. I'm like, we don't need her tits in the shot. To this bitch's mouth, to the BBL. I'm just like,
he's a sicko.
You're sick.
Bad.
He's sick. That's what I'm saying. You're fucking unwell, dude.
Yeah.
He's a sicko.
Yeah.
He's a sicko.
So crazy. And he's just wrong. He's just wrong all the time. And I cannot wait to point out the ways that he was wrong. Traci, I'm so glad you mentioned the notebook, because in that notebook, he said that Rue died 5/31/26, which was the day of the premiere. And in the previous scene, they had the voiceover of Trump versus Kamala. Yep. So there was a totally different timeline that he was working with. And this is what happens when you are the writer, director, and producer and you have nobody in the room. Oh, I can't stand him.
Well, right, because on the notebook, it was like 10:30 or 11/30/24 is the date in the notebook. For
Rue's death?
Yeah, it was definitely 2024.
Oh, it was 24? Okay, I thought it was the day of the show premiering.
Well, I don't know. That's what it was in the notebook. I don't know.
Okay.
That's what I saw.
Okay.
But it was hard to see. So I'm happy to be wrong. Yeah. I don't want your listeners to get mad. I might be wrong about something. Don't freak out.
Please. Oh, please. And shout out to the person who left us the fucking 1-star review saying that we have too many opinions. So I'm sure you're listening. So have fun with this one. If you would like to see this episode in this full video, if you want to listen to it ad-free, you got to join us on Patreon, patreon.com/2blackgirlsmedia. Head over right now and try out a 7-day free trial. We are also starting Love Island USA to cleanse our palates of Euphoria. I cannot wait to get into these foolish people doing foolish things every single day. I cannot wait, you guys. I'm so excited. It starts tonight. It will just be free of this and just have an amazing summer. So join us at the Rose Garden. And shout out to the Rose Garden. We love you guys. All right, let's get into the episode. So we get into it. Rue and Faye are having a little tussle. Faye starts screaming for Wayne, and Rue beats both their asses and runs up out that house. Wayne is trying to shoot her up the house, and she somehow defeats the horse. I don't know how she defeats the horse, but somehow she does. And another just useless little tidbits. And then Rue is running for her life as she is chased and lassoed by a Nazi.
Terrible.
I had to see Zendaya being lassoed by a Nazi.
And then dragged.
And then dragged.
For a long period of time.
Period of time.
Yes. You cannot convince me that a Black person would not consider zigging and zagging. There's no way she's running in a straight line.
That's true.
No way she's running in a straight line. I was like, zig, zag. And then I was like, this was written by a white man.
Yep.
There's no way. She just want a straight path.
Oh my God.
Especially a kid of this generation, because all these fucking crazy school shootings, they teach these kids how to run.
Exactly. She would have zigzagged. She would have been, not on the road. She would have been somewhere else. You can't, it was so incongruous in my opinion. And it literally did not make sense. And also fuck Faye.
And fuck Faye. Oh man. Damn. Yeah,
I feel like Faye's the only accurate portrayal in the whole show. I'm like, a white woman becoming a Nazi and choosing white men over her Black friend.
Valid.
I mean, I see the vision.
There was, I don't think that I think he could have fleshed out her decision to help Rue and get the money a little bit more, right? And so then for it to be, there's no money, and for her to immediately be like, oh, you lied to me, blah, 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 blah. I think it just felt like such a quick turn just for the sake of having this like cliffhanger and then seeing what's going to happen, right? And then ultimately this, not a shootout, but this fight with her trying to escape from a bunch of Nazis. And I also feel as if Sam is like, here's where I want this to end. So how can I get there? Even if they're making decisions that are outside of what a character would generally do, right? So I think that he's like, he wants that scene of her being lassoed and dragged by a horse, right? So like, how can he get to that point for this to happen? And the entire thing felt like it went on too long. I did like when she hit old boy with the wrench thing. I was like,
yeah, that was good.
But hit him again. Why should just hit him once? There's no way. She would have been fighting for her life.
Yeah.
There were just so many confusing decisions in that part that I think could have been clarified in a way to make it hit a little bit harder.
Yeah, and to keep Rue even in that like Western narrative that he's trying to give us.
Well, he's clearly trying to like explore genre in this.
Yeah.
Show.
Yes.
Like there's horror, there's Western, there's like the porn genre.
Yeah. The blaxploitation as well.
Yeah.
Right?
Blaxploitation.
Hitting on everything.
He definitely was like, oh, I'm like really want to explore genre this season and like be like really subversive with genre.
Yeah. And
he was like, Beyonce once said genre is a really funny thing. I guess it wasn't Beyonce who said that. Yeah. He's like, I love Beyonce though. I do. I really love her work. I think she's kind of talented.
Oh my God. He would say something like that. Oh my God. I'm so glad I don't know what his voice sounds like. Marshawn Lynch shoots the Nazi and Zendaya runs to the car and they ride off. Why
is he there? He's just like monitoring.
Yeah, he was supposed to be there. I think he was like staking the place out. Yeah, he was there.
I was also confused by that. I was like, why wouldn't they just let her die. You know what I
And
mean?
he was like up in the mountains, like far. I'm like, what are you going to do if she's like, help, I need help? Like the nigga was like so miles away. It was so weird.
And like to
he
make
could
that
have
shot
from closer. Like he could have been like nearby and made the shot.
Like what kind of gun did he have? They've never shown me that he could shoot it, and yet he made that like amazing shot from super far away in the mountains.
Well, you know, he's part of the Western.
He's an Oakland legend. Him, Zendaya. It's all
not you.
Exactly. What do you mean, not me? What do you mean?
Of course you. Of course.
I'm legendary in the streets.
Me, Marshawn, Zendaya.
I went by order of importance for this conversation. If I was talking about football, I would have said him, me, then Zendaya.
That makes total sense.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm married now, but I still live for hearing what's happening in the dating streets. And honestly, if I were single, I'd want a dating app that encourages me to show up as my real self, not some overly curated version. That's why when my girls told me about Highly Dating app, it caught my attention. It's built for people who are done pretending and ready to date as they are. Messy, honest, and unapologetic. According to a recent survey by Highly Dating app, over half of young daters feel pressured by unrealistic expectations in online dating, which explains why everybody's profile looks like a lifestyle brand. On Highly Dating app, you can actually lean into authenticity and features like icks and clicks to help you vibe check someone beyond just photos, which I love because compatibility is more than just we both like to work out. Highly Dating app uses smart matching that learns what you're actually into, so you're not just endlessly scrolling through people who make no sense for you. If you're single and tired of perfection culture, Highly Dating app is definitely worth checking out. Download Highly Dating app from the App Store or Google Play, or visit highly.com. That's HILY.com. Date as you are with Highly Dating app. So Maddie and Cassie are at the diner, and Cassie is just showing us exactly that she is a shell. She is not even a human being. She's merely a shell. Cassie asks Maddie, what do I do? Now that she's a literal 24-year-old widow. And leans on Maddie's shoulder. They're eating French toast. All of a sudden, these two are best friends. And I just don't understand how he got all the nuance of Cassie DMing Maddie and that tension, he got really correct. The fact that they're best friends again, this would never happen. Never.
I didn't read it as them being best friends again, actually. I read it more of just Cassie's thinking about herself. Maddie's thinking about herself. They're both sad. And it's like when she goes and leans on her, she's not going to be like, get off of me. She's just like, I'm fucked. I'm fucked. She had that far off look in her eyes. So I read that scene, and that's maybe more the acting, but I read that moment, not of them being good friends, but just being like, we are now so deeply, our whole shit has just been blown up. We're so fucked. That's how I read it more.
Yeah. And they're intertwined for life at this point to Alamo.
Yeah.
So back with Alamo, we get our first Coca-Cola ad. Did you guys catch all the Coca-Cola ads?
No.
No, I don't think I did.
A lot of sponsored Coca-Cola moments. Alamo pops two open and pours them down, his Stanley Cup or whatever the fuck he was drinking out of. And it's the ad, it said Coca-Cola on it. And then when they got to the hotel, there was another Coca-Cola moment. And then
there's the Coke in the ambulance.
In the ambulance.
Oh,
yep.
yes.
There was a lot sponsored by Coca-Cola, which I thought was interesting, considered they hired Hans Zimmer. I feel like we could have picked another hire and saved some money. We didn't have to do the Coca-Cola ad throughout the whole finale of this.
I wonder.
They're if you want Hans Zimmer, you have to bring in your own money. He's like, great, let's do Coke. I bet Coke will sponsor. Easy.
But so much Coke in such a short period of time. Coca-Cola,
that no one was drinking before.
Spread it out. Maybe it wouldn't have been as obvious.
Well, I still didn't notice with my dumbass. So.
I only saw Coke in the van.
That's fine, but he drinks his Coca-Cola, pops a perk, and tells her to take a week off. Then we get to Big Eddie at the hotel, and they are wheeling in Kitty and another young lady from their surgeries. We get another Coca-Cola ad and them going through the border.
Sorry, can I ask a stupid question really quick?
Sure, yeah.
I'm sorry, everybody. I missed this. We are told that they are smuggling drugs in these ambulances with the girls who have gotten plastic surgery. Mm-hmm. But what happened to Angel? Did she have plastic surgery, or did she go to a different place where they killed her? Like, because like her ID was in the safe, so I wasn't sure of like she met a different fate. She's not part of this.
No, yeah, she's not. And I think that, I think that it's left to interpretation, but based on her ID being in the safe, I think the interpretation is that she was sex trafficked and is gone in the ether, right?
Okay.
So she was at a different place and it was a rehab facility, but really probably another ruse to traffic girls versus, give them new
But it was the same setup. Like I didn't miss that it was like the same kind of like woman behind glass. Like, okay. Because I was like,
very much felt the same.
Okay. Got it. Thank you, everyone. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
But something that I do wish they were a little bit clearer on, right? Like they show the ID for Angel and you're like, oh, so she was sex trafficked. But I don't know if Rue realized that, right? I think that they also continually makes Rue seem dumb, like extremely dumb. And I think that making that connection a little bit stronger, or highlighting that Rue understands what happened to her, also provides a little bit of a differentiation versus what happens, just the BBL of Kitty and whatever the other person got. New boobs, is that what it was?
And a nose?
She had some by her ears. Yeah.
Yeah, there was like that blood bag, and I was like, I'm disgusted.
Yeah, I didn't know what surgery that was. And I'm familiar with a lot of them. I'm a Housewives fan, so I should know what those surgeries are. I didn't know what she got.
What needs a face bag? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But yeah, Kitty is wheeled in there, ass up, and ready to go work. And they get through, it's called the Border Patrol, and Bishop is the one who actually has the drugs. So they switch the ambulances from Big Eddie's and the Nazi to Bishop's.
I loved that moment. I loved the rat.
Yeah.
I loved the rat.
Yeah, I like the rat too.
So now I have a question, or I'm wondering your interpretation. Did Big Eddie know that they had switched and he knew that he wasn't carrying the drugs, or he thought he was carrying the drugs?
I think he knew because he knew that he switched with Bishop. Like they had to switch the cars. So he knew. And my interpretation, because afterwards when he's like, the cops like tell Alamo.
Yeah, like why is he so upset at Alamo then?
I think what he was saying when he was like, I quit or whatever, is like basically he was like, look, I got shot. I'm fucking done. I will do this for you. If this goes wrong, I will do this for you. But if I get out of this, if we pull this off, I'm done working. Like, I'm done with the shit. We're even.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I lost you the money. I'm doing this for you now. I'm protecting you, whatever. But then it's done. I'm out of here. That's how I read it. Because he obviously knew. He had to know because he had to do the
I was
switch.
like, they switched. So
yeah.
But then the way he was like the response of the DEA agents, like he was so upset.
He was so nervous.
And so nervous. I was like, why wouldn't be upset or nervous? Because there's nothing in the van that's going to implicate them.
Well, maybe he had to just like keep up appearances because he didn't want the Nazis to think. Because remember the Nazis like, you did this. And he's like, you think I'm friends with the DEA?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah. Ooh, a lot of running around. Yeah, a lot. But also appreciated that the hotel was called Hotel Los Gatos. So it's the Hotel of Cats. And they got a rat. I thought that was pretty funny. Ali and Rue are together. She is crashing on his couch for one last time. And she has her bottle of Percocets. And they're talking about God and human nature and people being evil versus good. And Ali says something pretty good. He says so many people are evil because it's easier, which I think is true. And people are selfish. And then Rue immediately starts listening to a very animated version of the Book of Genesis. And I was like, aren't you farther along than the book of Genesis? We're in the last
that feels
episode.
Still way too early for how long that she's been listening to the Bible.
She was really not. Well, because didn't we get to Exodus? Didn't we already get to the burning bush? That's Exodus,
right. Yes. Yeah.
Doesn't make sense why she would go back.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe she missed something. Sometimes you got to go back. Like, listen, sometimes when I'm listening to an audiobook, I miss a whole section. I'm like, shit, let me start this shit over. Let me run it back from the top. I'll be like an hour in, like, wait, what? Let me go back. She's like, wait, God did what? He created in 6 days? I must have missed something. Take it back. Run it back.
Oh my God. Oh man. So back at Lori's house, the animals start hearing the commotion coming from all of these cop cars coming.
No, shit dick. He's like, wait, I'm having laxatives. And she's like,
oh, that's right.
I love that they put it together. I did love that bit.
Yes, that was
even
funny.
These fucking idiots know what's going on.
Yeah, so these two fried-brained morons know that it's a setup, and they start running. Faye and Wayne start going. And there's a movie playing also in the background. And in the movie, it says, in about 20 minutes, you'll already be dead, which is foreshadowing. I knew for somebody, I didn't know for who. It was for Rue. In 20 minutes in the episode, she died. Anyways, Wayne and Faye are on a horse escaping. And the entire DEA is at Lori's house. Like all of them in California.
It felt like such a large use of manpower.
Yeah, it was very
dramatic.
dramatic.
The police be doing that though.
Yeah, they were like,
I read enough nonfiction to tell you that was light work.
I guess I was surprised that they did it for the whites though, right? Like, I guess I would have assumed that they'd have just a little bit less for the whites.
Yeah, because those neo-Nazis though, babe.
It's the Nazi of it all.
Waco. They don't want to have a Waco. They don't want to stand off. They just want to take them by force. You know.
Yep.
Listen, know your history, people. The 1990s. They changed the face of enforcement because of some crazy standoffs. Ruby Ridge.
Oh,
you think Proud Boys are new? No. There's a history. There's a lineage. Happy to do an episode on this if anybody wants. I can come back. We could do from the Turner Diaries to January 6th. I basically have a PhD in this.
Oh my God, that would be fun. Okay.
This is my what I spend my regular time doing.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole DEA is at the house. I just thought this was really well done. Like, as much drama as it was, I was like, this is fabulous. With the goat getting tense and like running away, I was like, this is great. And then Lori just whispers, I can't go to prison. And then this motherfucking stunt queen pulls herself up on that roof and hangs herself in front of all of the LAPD. And shits herself as well.
A pretty perfect
was that
ending.
Shit? I thought it was blood.
I thought it was blood.
No, I'm pretty sure she shit herself, I think.
I said, did her like entire head rip off? Because I was like,
I was confused why there was so much blood. I don't.
Shit. Interesting.
Because she had the drugs too. I think that was supposed to be the implication.
I thought they were going to kill the dog, and I was a little nervous.
I know. I thought they were going to kill the dog too.
I was like, don't kill the dog. Kill all the Nazis, but don't touch the dog.
Yeah, and they didn't. They left the dog, which was good. And then they go into the ambulance, and there's a rat, no drugs. Bishop's got the drugs, and he's calmly just on his way to the Silver Slipper. And Faye and Wayne are hitchhiking. We will get back to this soon, because Faye and Wayne are the only white people in the show who say out loud that they want the American dream. Nate and Cassie are very clearly chasing the American dream, but they don't say out loud. They are cosplaying in a way that they have achieved it, but and Wayne are the only two whites, right? And they survive. So Rue and Ali are together, and we see now Rue's 20-minute death that we're seeing. We're seeing news compilation that Fez got out of jail using the parkour like he told Rue over the phone.
I hate the way they used that man who is actually
horrible,
dead of an overdose. Yes. I hate it. He did not have to include him at all,
right?
At all. And we all know what happened to him. The viewer knows what happened. I found it to be like deeply disrespectful, especially because then Rue goes on to overdose. Like, I'm just like, this is so upsetting.
It's like very dehumanizing of like a real life person.
A real life person.
Like a real life person who...
Yes.
It's
And
horrible.
it's supposed to be a show that like understands and is sympathetic towards like addiction and like the ways that lives can fall apart. And I'm like, not only is it unsympathetic to this person, this theoretical person, but it's unsympathetic to everyone's coworker. Like, you all spent meaningful time with him on set. And like, he was a person that you knew. I don't know him, though he's also an Oakland legend. But like, I don't know him. So I can't imagine, like, it's just so exploitative. And it's different than the Eric Dane of it all, because Eric Dane died of a disease. And also, like, after filming, he was ill when he filmed.
He was there.
And he was there to sort of like be a part of it. This is like,
He
this man
consent to it.
Right.
Yes,
this
he
man
consented.
died. And like, he's the screensaver on Rue's phone. And I know they were homies, but they weren't even homies like that on the show in season 1 and 2.
Right.
Were they that close?
No, not in season 2. Like, they were close, but it wasn't like that.
Right. I don't know.
Like
I found it to be so upsetting, and to be like, oh, he's broken out. And I'm like, what? Why are we doing this?
Especially when you realize that it's like a, overdose hallucination, and then you realize that he could have done literally anything else, right? Like,
anything else.
They did not have to include Fez in that storyline, or did they have to include it as something that, Rue is trying, like, she's excited about. She's like, oh my God, he did it. I'm so excited. When we all know in real life that this man died of an accidental overdose. Like, that's so sad. It doesn't give him a new life in this world, right? Like, and it shouldn't have. I'm surprised that his family consented to it.
Sure, if they did.
It just felt like nasty work. Nasty.
Yeah.
I didn't like that.
Yeah, I agree. There's a lot they could have done there. And yeah, he just chooses to disrespect, per usual. And Rue is running to get Fez from the police, and runs into her childhood bedroom and sees her mom reading Psalm 115. Their idols are silver and gold, the work of men's hands. I was like, okay, maybe that'll come back. No, it's just like a call out to American greed, because Sam can't do anything. Just metaphorical. Sam! Oh my God, this drove me crazy.
And like the whole Bible, that's what he chose. Like the whole Bible.
Could have gone back to Genesis.
Should have gone back.
Could have gone back.
Saying.
Literally.
She could have been reading the same passage that Rue was listening to.
100%.
Would have been better.
Which would make sense. But no.
Yeah. So Rue's mom's happy to see her, opens her hands, and, they say, that they welcome each other, whatever. And then we see Rue in real life on the couch dying with her hands, reaching out to her dad. And they are playing. Guess what song they're playing? Oh, the only song with words that Hans Zimmer knows, Ave Maria. Because back in his day, that's what they would have played.
Damn.
Oh my God. Why is there an 80-something-year-old man doing this music for this coming of age drama? Oh my God.
And it was heavy-handed, right? To use Ave Maria, no less. It was very, very heavy-handed. Like the, religious song that so many people know, heavy-handed, tying it back to the, religion that Rue was experiencing, heavy-handed. And I don't think so many other musical options, I think, could have added to that, like, gasping that she was feeling, and that she, like, portrayed so beautifully.
Yeah.
Also, Hans Zimmer, this is why you have Hans Zimmer. Give us some classical
instrumental.
Give us a fucking violin, my dude. Like, this is I'm thinking that Hans Zimmer is for this exact moment to get like a swell of like a concerto or something. I don't know shit.
Like,
about
with
that.
Sam, like, we want this to be instrumental. What do you think? And Hans was like, perfect, got it. Instrumental Ave Maria. What?
Yeah.
He couldn't come up with something on the fly? Isn't that literally
I'm like,
what
we got Coke money for this. Please. Coca-Cola signed on for this moment, and you're doing Ave Maria? I'm Jewish and I know Ave Maria, okay? Like I'm not in the church and I'm familiar with the song.
Everybody knows it.
God,
At least give me Amazing Grace, my dude. Like
that's what I'm saying.
So Labyrinth
was incredible at including choirs in his music. And I think this would have been a great time for a choir.
This needed a vocal.
Yes. When she was stretching her arm, that being like a crescendo of voices.
It would have been great.
We just get...
But no, we get some white lady.
Horrible.
Like, oh my God.
That was good, Jess. That was good.
I was a theater major, so
so was I, but I can't do that.
Oh my God, the two of you. Wait a minute. I have two BFAs in the house today? Wow. Oh
Mulat and BFAs.
You're welcome.
Oh my gosh. Rue is back with her dad wearing his hoodie, wearing his clothes. And now we see Ali wake up for real. And he just is seeing another one dead.
Bro, I have so many thoughts about this. And this is where I think I am the most upset.
Okay.
The conversation, first of all, he knew that the Percocet was right. Like he knew that she had had the Percocet there. He knows that she's on the knife's edge of making bad choices. He is saying, you know, when they were talking in the previous episode, don't do this one last job. Wake up. We're going to find your mom, right? Like he knew this motherfucker didn't check on her once. He would have checked on her overnight. 100%. He gets out of bed, lights a cigarette, leaves his room, goes to the bathroom, checks himself out, and then is like, let me check on Rue. Like the Ali that we know, who is so overtly like, I mean, he showed us in the episode prior, calling these people consistently during COVID, trying to find different meetup spaces. He's like, she's in my house. She's going to be fine. No way. No way.
The pill bottle is just on the table. It's not a secret.
Just on the table. He's like, you good with that?
Yeah. And he knows that it's something that she couldn't have gotten from the hospital because they won't give it to her.
Exactly.
And there's no label on it. So obviously it didn't come from a hospital.
If you're
an addict and you have a legitimate prescription, there would be zero reason for you to take the label off because it legitimizes, you know what I mean? Like, there's no reason. So if that was from the hospital, it would have been Ruby, Ruby, Roo. These are mine. Dear Ruby, from the doctors. This is it. Like, so the no label is an indication, obviously, that it's not like legit, quote unquote, medicine.
He wouldn't have been like, where did you get that?
Right.
Let me hold on to this.
Yeah.
How's your pain level? I'll hold on to this.
Yeah. Take half.
Like, sleep tight, babe.
Yeah.
Or like he wouldn't have tested it first and been like, okay, well, since this isn't from the hospital, let me just take a look. Like he had the whole fucking kit there. Like he had the shit ready to go. He didn't go to the store and pick it up. So like it would have been super easy for him to do that.
Yeah. And
but
like
also
someone
like
who had
she had to die. She had to die.
Yeah.
She had to die. She had to die. And that's what I mean. Retconning what a character would do and what characters have done previously to make it fit the outcome that he wanted.
I've never heard that.
It means you're like going backwards and essentially like ripping apart previous character.
What does it stand for?
Creation. Retroactive continuity.
Got it.
So you've built continuity and then you go back and you're like, oh, actually, that's not what happened. You're retconning.
New today.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Bullshit.
Especially in reality TV. You can be using that all the time. Natasha's going to come back and be like, bitch, where'd you get retcon? You'd be like, oh, you know, just like media, just like got a BFA while you were gone. Media studies.
I know, because she has one too in film and TV from.
She probably already knows retcon. She's gonna be like, "Yeah, you bitch, I know that." Oh, did you just get here, Justine?
Yeah, right.
Yep, sure did. Oh my God,
terrible.
So now Ali has to call her mom. He does the whole kit and knows that she was poisoned by fentanyl.
Okay, wait, really quick. So I have been on Euphoria threads for the last like 12 hours. Carried away. I haven't been there long. But I saw this thread where this person was like indignantly being like, the reason they keep showing the full pill bottle is because the Rue didn't overdose. She was poisoned or like she was drugged or whatever. And there was sort of this debate going back and forth about this. And I don't know. I just thought it was interesting then there was like some people in the comments being like, so what happened? And I was like, yeah, babe, obviously we watched the show. But I guess the central question that people were bringing up is like, was this an overdose or was this a murder? And some people were saying, well, it was a murder by overdose, but Rue's addiction like allowed her to overdose. It might have been accidental and it might have been malicious, but had she not relapsed, she would not have died. And so like it was like an exploitive murder through relapse was like sort of the conversation versus like, I don't know, some people thought that she took a lot of the pills. Like that the pill bottle should have been empty because she should have taken a lot of the pills to kill her. But because because Alamo took one with her, those were the good pills. And then that's how he like convinced her that they were safe or whatever. I don't know.
Yes. I felt a little, because I saw that same commentary and that same kind of conversation happening on threads. And I felt a little confused as to why people were like nitpicking the relapse, overdose, poisoning, because it felt like it was all of the above, right? Like she relapsed because she took an opioid and she had an opioid addiction, right? So she relapsed. That opioid was filled with fentanyl that she didn't know. And so she was poisoned and then had an overdose. Like I was like, why?
And it was on purpose. She was given fentanyl on purpose.
On purpose.
Right,
so,
on purpose.
So then she was murdered. Like it felt like it was all three.
That's how I felt.
Why are we splitting hairs?
And it felt clear to me what had happened.
Agreed.
Like I was like, why are we questioning this? And I thought it was interesting, the chatter. It felt very clear to me that her addiction was weaponized against her. And also she wasn't clean all season. So people were like, oh, he forced her to relapse or whatever. But it's like, no, she said she wasn't clean.
Yes. She was taking drugs with Angel in the car.
She was taking drugs with everybody.
Like she was not sober by any stretch of the imagination.
When she was with Homegirl, what's the white bitch's name who does the art?
Jules.
She was with Jules. Jules was like, "Are you on drugs?" And she was like, "No."
Yeah.
If you don't want me to be.
Yeah. It was like, everybody knows she's on drugs. Like people were like, I can't believe Alamo would like relapse or whatever. I'm like, but she was on drugs. That's how come it worked. If she was clean, it wouldn't have worked, right? Like if she was actually sober, it wouldn't have worked. The only time, from my understanding of how addiction works, the only time you're allowed to take pain medication, if you want to, because some people will not take pain medication as sober people, is if it's prescribed to you by your doctor under doctor's care supervision. So like, even though she needed a Percocet, that's still a relapse.
Yes. And I
obviously
think
these things are personal, but
that makes her like and this is an assumption, but by pulling out the relapse piece of it and saying that she was a victim of murder and, these terrible, evil machinations by Alamo, it makes her 100% the victim versus like looking at her as a deeply flawed person
and
who has
drug mule. She was moving fentanyl.
She is not perfect, but I think people are like, Rue is amazing. And she's the reason why so many people watch the show. You want to feel like she wouldn't do this. She wouldn't make this decision. She wouldn't relapse. She was above it all. She was doing better. She was trying to recover. No, she fucking wasn't. She was a goddamn mess this entire season. And literally the drugs that she muled over in her butthole killed a shit ton of people.
Yeah.
So I think it's like this inability to look at people as flawed characters or these characters as flawed. And you have to like assert that she's a victim and she's actually deeply good. And Alamo is the evil, evil, evil. Like, no, like she made that choice. She's an addict and she, was unable to continue staying so well. She wasn't sober in general, right? But she made the choice and that relapse happened. That doesn't mean that she's any less, deserving of living, right?
Like, or like that she needed to be murdered. Like it doesn't mean that she wasn't murdered, but the way that they murdered her was by turning her weaknesses against her. They didn't 100%. Shoot her. Like he manipulated her into a behavior that he knew that he could.
100%.
And I will say,
this piece of it.
Yeah. And I will say, Sam did tell us this twice. So in the first episode, or whenever the episode where the young lady died of a fentanyl overdose, Rue said it only takes a trace to kill you.
Yes.
So we can remember that callback. And then also when the lady at the hospital was sewing up her hand and the lady said, "Are you okay?" And Rue said, "Yeah, I'm okay." That is another nod to her taking drugs that are not prescribed and her not telling any of the hospital. She doesn't even want to deal with it. She just wants to take the stuff she has at home.
Right.
So Sam did tell us. Unfortunately, I do have to say.
Somebody online was saying something about the pill bottle was the same pill bottle from the first episode or something, but I don't even remember there being a pill bottle in the first episode.
I can't do all that work.
I watched all 8 episodes in about 7 hours. So,
oh my God, no, that's terrible.
Yeah.
How did your brain not rot?
Well, that's why I come with so much anger. That's why I'm so angry. I'm like resentful.
Yeah.
So sorry that I didn't catch that bit for your listeners. Who
also, was it the same pill bottle? That feels way too smart and interesting.
Something about the pill bottle, like something about the original pills that the girl who overdosed took, or something.
Trish.
Was that?
Oh,
like because remember he kept them or whatever,
right? Okay,
I don't know.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, so Ali is at a meeting and he is going on a monologue that I think is Emmy and Golden Globe worthy.
This was for me, this was the best part of the episode. This monologue.
Yeah, this was really good. Talking about the disease of addiction and that people don't know the difference between right and wrong. If you can empathize with an addict, then you can start empathizing with a dealer. And if he starts differentiating an addict versus a dealer, and that people make sense of, a dealer's just trying to feed their kids, a dealer's trying to get out of poverty. And he says, no, people are dying from fentanyl. People are killing people in your community. You are the problem. You are doing an evil thing. You are bad. And there's right and wrongs in this world. You either make it better or you make it worse.
Okay, I'm going to say this. I don't agree. That is written by a white guy. I'm going to just be honest. I think this idea that like you can separate an addict from a dealer in a lot of situations is also crazy, because so many people become dealers because of their addiction.
Their addiction. Yeah.
Like that's what we saw happen with Rue. I also think that like we do not live in a vacuum. We live in a system. And so it is true that to pay your children or feed your children who are victims, you might have to do bad things. And it's not because people don't know the difference between right and wrong. It's because they don't have an option that is livable, that is right. They only have wrong options. And I'm not saying that like, I'm pretty unsympathetic actually to people who break the rules, like broadly. Like it's pretty, like it's something I've had to work on because I'm so type A. But I don't agree with that philosophy. I think the delivery of the monologue was great. I think Coleman Domingo was very persuasive. But I think like when you break down what he's saying, it's very white, capitalist, heteronormative. Like it's giving Republican. Like it's giving a totally unrealistic understanding. And I think a person like Ali, who is around so many addicts and addicts of color, would have a better understanding of what's happening here.
It felt like that monologue and Ali was Sam talking directly to the audience about his own specific feelings and perspectives. And I agree with you that it was giving Republican. I was like, this is giving like 1980s Ronald Reagan war on drugs. And I think that is because that's how Sam thinks and that's how Sam sees it, right? And obviously that's his own experience as someone who, is an addict and was addicted, and but he is a white man, and
who's now super rich,
who lived,
and I think survived.
It's such a black and white view of a very complex system, and the entire time I was like, I love what Coleman Domingo is doing. I don't love what is actually like the words that are being said. And I also didn't love that then Ali is like, Rue was so important to me. I'm going on this revenge mission and fuck the rest of you all. Right? Sorry.
Like, you guys don't know the difference between right and wrong. I'm going to go murder some nigger monkeys.
I was like, what is going on? Especially with the care that he had felt towards every single one of his sponsees. He's going to say, sorry, all of you don't matter because this girl who died did. And I think of her as my child. And so fuck all the rest of y'all addicts. Like, good luck. Like that also did not feel in line with someone who would care so much and would be so deeply entrenched within these recovery communities. Wild behavior.
I'm really glad, Traci, that you brought this up, because I think what Sam is trying to say about greed and capitalism and the system in the show is so obvious that it, as my guest last week said, it's so obvious that it can't be a parody because he's actually not saying anything. And I think if he said anything about billionaires also breaking the rules in order to, as they might say, feed their children, then I think we might have been saying something. And here he thinks he's saying something really deep. And as you said, it's very coded in Reaganomics, in where the war on drugs. You guys are bad. You guys are good. I'm going to choose to be one of the good guys. And even speaking about a character who was in between. She lived in the in-between.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This idea that it's like there's dealers and there's addicts, like that's not how it works.
That's not right.
Can I give a book recommendation? I'm sorry to be so on brand.
Yes.
But there's a book that I'm reading right now. It came out yesterday as everyone's listening. It's called Unreasonable Women. The cover is very bad. Okay. I'm sorry.
Okay.
When you look at the cover, you're going to be like, bitch, I'm not reading that. Just please read it. But it's about 3 women specifically, but broadly about women who are incarcerated for murdering or for murder or manslaughter, but they have killed their abusers. And they call this criminalized survival. And this monologue and everything, like we just did I just read The Alchemist for my book club. And like, I couldn't read The Alchemist and not think about these systems that people like really want us to pretend don't exist in order to tell their version of the world. And I feel like you just can't read a book like Unreasonable Women and think that there's such thing as dealers and addicts. Like you can't think that there's such thing as people who are victimized and there are people who are victimizers in such a clean cut way, because that's just not how it works. And so shout out to the book. But if people want to like do something between listening to this and like watching Love Island. Yeah, like in like the 2 hours you have, like you should read this book. It's phenomenal.
Yeah. Oh, I can't.
Sorry.
Wait. And I love how, Traci, you always recommend a book that is in a reasonable page limit. You like a book
is
that's
336 on paper, but it's only 290. No, there's notes. There's a bunch of notes. It's 290.
Oh my God. Thank you.
Are you listening to the audio?
No, I'm reading it on the page. I will say there are parts of this book that are extremely difficult to read. And I am a person who likes to read extremely difficult things. Like I usually am like, people are like, this book was so depressing. I'm like, was it? This book for me, I was literally like, okay. I think it's important. And I think it is in conversation with this show and this episode and specifically this monologue and ideology that is Sam Levinson's worldview.
Yeah. And like a white male view in particular, right? Like I think that is what's being centered in all of this.
Yeah. And it's nasty work to make a black man give that speech.
Okay.
Well, and to make a black man give that speech and then for the evil people that, like the people that are decided to be evil to all be black as well, right? Like every single person that then he's going after is black.
That's just so he can say the N-word over and over again. Well, speaking again of uselessness, we cut to Jules painting and crying and painting and painting and crying.
Horrible. That painting.
And then that painting was horrible. And then her sugar daddy kisses her on the forehead and leaves and drinks his coffee and leaves. I cannot believe. Hunter, I understand, my love, you got to pay the bills. You're with your number one scene partner, Zendaya, and that is your girl, right? Why was Jules in this show?
Why?
What was she doing here? What? Like, she was one of the vehicles of the American dream. That's what Rue proposed to her. I want to have kids. I want to do the thing. I want to be with you. I want to do the thing. I want to go back to regular life. Norman Rockwell, again, was mentioned with them a couple episodes ago. So that was a first instance of a black person begging a white person for the American dream. So, yep. We'll go there. And then we're going to get to Mr. Alamo. But that was Jules's only real vehicle this season. I didn't really see much of the point with her.
There's no point.
Yeah,
No.
so shout out to Hunter for getting that check. I know that was a good one. And hopefully we'll see you in a more meaningful role, because this was so silly.
Terrible. There was no point for her. There was no point for her.
There's like nothing to even say about this bit.
No,
Like, okay.
except that painting was absolutely horrifying.
Yeah, it was like Canva. It gave
when
Canva.
It was unveiled. I was like, what
free.
What is that?
Yeah.
It was, and like she was on fire. I was like, is she supposed to be in hell?
In hell? I don't know. And then she was wearing a tank top. I was like, is this supposed to be Rue? She wears her dad's clothes. Who knows? The Converse are really the sign of Rue. When the Converse. Nope, whatever.
Jules thought she did something with that painting too.
Oh,
she was like
doing it. Okay.
I'm in my bag.
I am just an artiste trapped in my glass house. Ooh, man. So Cassie and Lexi are at this crazy house that now Cassie and Maddie live in now. And Cassie is talking to Lexi. I really didn't like this conversation. Maddie has to go. She drives off with Bishops and says, "Don't wait up for me." I don't like this at all. Then Lexi and Cassie were talking, and Lexi still doesn't know that Nate's dead. So Nate didn't even get a funeral, poor thing. Right. So Jacob Elordi said, "Cut me out. Get me out of here." Oh my God. Those pictures of him hanging out of the coffin, the actor Jacob Elordi is cheesing so wide, so happy to be done with this show. Oh my God. The behind the scenes are hilarious.
I got to see these.
Oh my God. It's so funny to see somebody hang out of a coffin cheesing the way he was. It was so, oh my God. Anyway, so Lexi was talking about Rue's creepy Bible that she left at her house. And Cassie is asking the dumbest questions ever. Was it any good? Lexi started reading it. She said it has her thinking about a lot of stuff, about how she's evil, about she could have left things better with Rue. They don't know Rue's dead. Lexi doesn't know that Nate's dead. Lexi says bad things happen. You just keep going. This made Lexi dumber. And Lexi's supposed to be like the smart woman, the only one. Because Maddie's falling off too.
She's my least favorite character on the whole fucking show.
Is she?
Horrible.
I hate Lexi.
Yeah, she's
Lexi
really
is a
judgmental.
fucking annoying loser.
Yeah, she is really annoying.
She was just there to be like a stick in the mud foil to the other characters in a way that not only was lazy, but it gave, like, there was nothing for the viewer to sink their teeth into and nothing for, I think, Maude to sink her teeth into.
Nope.
She was boring. Like, that entire conversation, my note was like, what is the point of this?
I zoned out, obviously.
It was nothing.
She's giving "You're a virgin who can't drive." Like, it's just like, what a loser. Like, why are these fun people friends with her? Because she's the sister of Cassie. Like, why are you hanging out? We don't want you. Like, why is Rue friends with her? Like, why did fucking Fezco like her? Like, she sucked. She sucked so bad. She was so annoying. Ugh.
Well, I do think that she was better in season 2. I think
she was the best.
It's so much more interesting. And so to then have her be, such a loser in season 3 was disappointing. I kept hoping for something else. And then this conversation had happened and I was like, ugh, fast forward.
Yeah. It's nothing.
Did you guys ever, we used to use this phrase in college called a bitter bore fest.
No, that's a good one though.
I love that.
Bitter bore fest. It's fun to say, but she's a bitter bore fest.
Yeah. And then Lexi leaves the house. She's asking about Cassie and Nate. Are you worried he's missing? She's like, no, it's fine. And then cut to Cassie sobbing in the glow of her ring light, staring at the engagement photo of her and her late husband. And she is alone like a little doll in a snow globe, just alone by herself in this house, waiting for someone to just wind up that snow globe so she can keep going. She's just in there, just waiting for direction.
Again, like hit you over the head with religious imagery, right? The ring light behind her head was giving faint. And I was like, ugh.
I saw that. That's when I was like, wait, how much of the show is left? I was like, I gotta go. Like, I've got to be getting close to the end.
And it felt like a 30-minute pan out from her. Like, I was like, how far are they going to go?
And who
just
cares?
keep panning out.
And like
nobody cares.
Yeah, I don't get it. And I don't get it. She's a saint. How
Why
is she a
wouldn't they
saint?
tell people that Nate was dead?
Because they couldn't get Jacob to come back and do even
I just saw the picture also. It's a funny picture.
No,
just people at home, just Google Jacob Elordi coffin. It comes right up. It's like upside down, damn near.
Oh, he's upside down in there, yeah.
I just didn't understand why. I guess like they don't want to tell because
Jacob will tell in his memoir in 10
No.
years.
Why don't Cassie and Maddie want to
tell Lexi? Well, they're not having a funeral. So
but like it's not like he's dead. You could be like he's dead, but we don't want to have a funeral. Like there's literally just like he's gone on a trip. Like at what point are they gonna like? How long are you gonna keep up that he's just gone?
I don't know.
He died from a rat. It's not like he was shot. He died from a rattlesnake bite. So just say he was out on that land and got bit by a rattlesnake and he died.
But also they knew those bad guys were after him.
Everybody knew. Yeah.
Everybody knew.
They came to the wedding. Literally everyone who knew either of them saw that moment. I'm just so confused. Like who are they protecting by not saying those bad guys like they don't, maybe they're protecting themselves. They don't want the bad guys to come back for them. Like
that's probably it, right? Considering,
but you could just say he died from a rattlesnake. You could just say that. Like,
he died from a rattlesnake bite. That's
you're going to keep up like, oh, I talked to Nate yesterday. He's doing great. Like, can't wait for him to come home.
He disappeared. It's very weird.
Mm-hmm.
And also you think if there's any, well, I was going to say if there's anyone you're going to tell, you tell your sister, but we already know that Lexi's got loose lips, fucking sharing about the DEA and shit. So
that was wild.
Sydney was like,
that was crazy.
She can't keep a secret worth a damn.
Yeah.
But then Maddie's saying that.
No. Also a retcon. Don't even get me started on that. Also a retcon. She would never do that. She's not fucking dumb.
Some people online were saying that she did that as a way
on purpose
to get Alamos to get Cassie. That she sold out
to support Cassie.
Which
Which again also feels like outside of her character, unless her whole goal is to try, she feels like Cassie is a money tree and is going to make her money. So keeping Cassie makes sense. But that was very frustrating to me because it didn't feel like it was something that Maddie would have done. And she wouldn't have said that very off the cuff in that way.
Yeah.
So either she's dumb or it was purposeful. And then you got to be a little bit clearer with that purposeful.
Yeah.
Right.
Like when Ollie is like, I'm a friend of Ruse. And they cut to her and she's kind of just like has a face. Like it was unclear what the face, I don't know.
She was like,
she was serving face is what she was doing.
Yes. Yeah. Looked great. But what were her feelings? TBD.
Don't know. Yeah. So we're with Bishop and Maddie in the car. This is where Bishop shows the most emotion with Maddie. And this is where he says, they're just talking about whatever. First of all, they're talking about the dog, and that dog was not a poodle. So I was a little upset with their dog reveal.
What kind of dog? That was not a poodle.
Whatever, it's fine. It was a very cute dog with an afro. So
another black person. It was an albino. Cancel me now. Just throw me in the jail. It's fine.
That's gonna be the clip.
Do not make that the clip.
Please do. You have to.
Don't make that the clip because people are going to think that I'm saying that black people are dogs.
You should put that together with her saying she's a mulatta. That, if anything, will make it even better.
Oh my god!
Because then it'll be like, look at this.
They already hate me because I'm mixed. Please
it's biracial.
Don't do this to me. Zendaya's mixed too. Everybody, fucking okay.
Too many biracials. We're too prolific.
That's where the Black Panthers were.
Oakland biracials. Wow. You should do a podcast episode on that.
I don't want to say Kamala Harris, but I'm going to say it.
Oh, shit. Damn.
I'm telling you, it's like of the place. Like we're all, there's so, Oakland, we could do another history lesson if you guys want, but I don't have to today. Skip it. We're going long. I'm sorry.
Next episode. Love Island.
Proud Boys and Mulattoes. Yeah, that could be the pre-show.
And Mulattoes.
That's the pre-show for Love Island. Oh my God. Oh man. So the Snowflake, Bishop and Maddie go to the Silver Slipper. Bishop also says in the car, I like to surprise people, which is obviously another nugget. So Bishop follows Maddie and Alamo. Alamo takes off his holster to this fuck ass music again. Okay.
Horrible. So embarrassing.
And then they cut to the snake. So you know something's going to happen when they cut to the snake. And yeah, Alamo is talking to Maddie about how he wants 4 cocoa-colored babies.
I actually threw up in my mouth about that.
That is not
mulattoes.
If that is not a biracial agenda, I don't know what is.
Listen,
Biracial agenda.
It is.
That is unfortunately not the first time I've heard that, nor the second. And it is also a call. He also called Norman Rockwell and the American Dream and getting right and going straight and
White
begging this Latina cream-colored woman for the American Dream. So we got 2 of them. Now we got 2 black people begging their romantic counterparts for the American Dream and ending in death. Meanwhile, the other 2.
Do we think that Maddie likes him?
No.
Okay.
No.
She doesn't.
No.
She's just beholden to him now.
Yeah. The other 2 people who wanted the American Dream, Faye and Wayne, ride off literally into the sunset. So the 2 whites got it. The 2 white Nazis, they got their American Dream, but not the 2 black people. They had to die. Anyway, so
also I'm sorry, but
yes.
Side note, not the people who picked up Faye as a hitchhiker being like a family. Like, there were kids in the car.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and also like I'm like, this dude is gonna run up behind. I'm like, also get in the car. I was like, I'm driving off. I have a car.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Close the door, Billy. Close the door. We're going.
Right? I only said yes to the skinny white girl with the big
Fucked
lips.
up white girl.
Not you.
Not you. My children are in the car.
Oh my God. Oh, and then at some point, Alamo calls himself a slave. So I literally can't. Kitty comes up to and sees him in the club. Ali locked everybody into the club and nobody noticed, which I thought was interesting.
Right? No security at the front?
Nobody cared. Kitty comes up to him with her very solid BBL.
That shit did not move when she shook it at all.
Stiff BBL, which is giving a bad note to Mexico. I feel like people can go to Mexico and get just fine surgeries down there.
Yeah.
And that was giving shots.
Is it like a boob job?
Alley.
Though, like when you first get it, it's hard and then it softens.
And then
no, it was like Play-Doh. It was horrible.
I mean, yeah, it
looked like
bad.
plastic.
Yeah.
She goes up to him and she's like, ooh,
I love a man in uniform.
Yeah, then she grabs her heart and is like, where's the manager?
Yeah.
She's like, you don't want to fuck this? And he's like, bitch, I said manager.
Yeah, right? Did you not hear me?
I said, like, hello. And then she's like, Marshawn Lynch is like having a threesome.
Yes. And then comes out and says, hey, I'm the manager. Who do you want? And she says, I want Alamo. And then, of course, we get our first monkey. Sit your monkey ass down, Ali says to... Then Marshawn refuses to out where Alamo is, and he shot his dick off. So that's that. There goes Marshawn. Just dead.
Sam Levinson really has...
Honestly, another Oakland person dies on this show.
I was going to say, he's from Oakland too.
Damn.
I think Sam Levinson has such an obsession with black people, black men, black penises in a way that is like really, really, like it's actually really creepy. And I want him to discuss it in therapy because something is wrong with him. And I just imagine him in a room by himself, like an all white room with the cereal separated from the milk, like what's her name and Get Out.
Oh yeah.
And he's just like, how many times can I put the N-word in here? How many times can I say monkey? What about slave? I'm surprised he didn't say anything about cotton in this episode. Like he for sure has a whiteboard with a list of words that he's like just
I do
gleeful.
think did somebody say Mandingo in this episode?
Mandingo dick. Alamo said it. I wrote it down.
I thought
Big
so.
swinging Mandingo dick up here tonight. I was like, I'm almost done with this. I'm almost done.
Well, we were all almost done because we were at the end of the fucking episode.
Thank
God.
Praise the Lord.
God.
Release me from Sam Levinson's clutches.
Imagine being like such a rich, successful white man for no reason that you can just fucking do your therapy in public on HBO for 3 years, 3 seasons.
Yeah.
7 years.
The rest of us just like call Michelle or whatever. And we're like, hi, Michelle, this is how my week went. Like I've been dealing with, some insecurity, imposter syndrome. And he's like, Mandingo dick.
Yeah, I have an infatuation with black dick.
He's like, I have no writer's room because I need to work this out on the screen.
And Sydney Sweetie's tits. That's his infatuation.
White tits and black dicks.
Yep.
Sam Levinson. That's his memoir.
I really wish I could title the episode that.
That's definitely his porn channel. Like that
definitely.
is
Yes. I feel like slave play is probably like akin to what he enjoys. Sure.
Wait, I have the name of his memoir. You ready? White tits, black dicks. My euphoric rise in Hollywood by Sam Levinson.
By Sam Levinson.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That in the cut.
Yeah.
When I do something good.
Oh my God. So Ali is shouting for Alamo Brown. Where's Alamo Brown? Alamo busts through the painting and he says, this is fucking Alamo Brown. And then we get again 2 double holsters and 2 men looking at each other. God,
he wants to be Quentin Tarantino so bad.
So bad. The problem is Quentin Tarantino is friends with people. So Quentin Tarantino has music in his movies.
Yeah.
This loser has nothing but SoundCloud free downloadable Western background .mp4. So that's what he put in there. God damn. So yeah, big black swinging mandingo, nigga, black ass nigga. Then Alamo shields himself with using Maddie away from Ali's gun and Kitty to roll the champagne bottle down the bar. And when the champagne bottle clinks down, they draw their guns out and fight like men.
Not this having a Lin-Manuel Miranda twist. I was like, get me out of here.
It's very stunty.
Honestly, if they'd played the 10 Dual Commandments in the background, it probably would have been more interesting.
I can't co-sign that. There's only one person I hate more than Sam Levinson, and that's
the 10
Miranda.
Dual Commandments. It would have been more interesting. He would do that too.
Oh my God.
Would probably accept it.
Lynn would love to have a cameo in this show.
Yeah.
He'd be like, hey, I'm your English teacher. Hey guys, something you need to think about is like, there's so much fentanyl in the world, and I want you guys to make it to college. It's me, Lynn, your teacher, your drama teacher. Let's do a scene from Death of a Salesman.
Oh my God.
I can't stand that guy.
Oh my God. I thought about Bridgerton too. They did this on the 2nd season of Bridgerton where they were like, we will duel like men. Like it was, it was so annoying. Bishop.
Men are a sickness.
I know. They're just like so tragic to themselves.
Annoying.
They're so annoying.
Do you see yourselves?
Right? Don't you look stupid?
You look so dumb.
So dumb. Oh my God. Shout out to our male editor, Jared. You hear about this all the time. And shout out to you.
That's tough.
I know. It's tough. It's hard. And Bishop gave him a gun with no bullets. Any theories on why?
The snake.
The snake. Yeah, that's what people were saying. Nadia in our Discord said the same thing. Way back when Bishop was
that was on episode 6. It was on episode 6 because when I was on here, Justine's like, everybody's heard this story about his boa constrictor. And I was like, everybody? Who's everybody? I've literally never heard this. And she shamed me for not knowing this like random urban legend. Everybody knows about the snake.
What's the urban legend?
I thought everybody knew that if you have a pet python, it was eventually going to grow big enough to eat you.
That's like, remember Alamo, or not Alamo, Bishop gives that whole speech.
Yes.
About the python. And that was the episode I did on this very podcast.
I never heard that.
Well, I don't know. And it comes, and like, as this episode's happening and we're talking about it, and Justine's like, he says the thing about the snake that everybody says about the snake. And I was like, what does everybody say about a snake? She's like, you've never heard this? It's like, no.
I thought everybody knew. Like, you can't have a pet python because it's going to come get you. I don't know.
I don't think we should have a pet python in general. So maybe I've heard it and I just dismissed it.
Yeah, maybe. Oh my God.
But that's my theory is that well, there's a few theories that I saw on the internet. One was like in the talk with Maddie. She's like, can people give each other more grace? And that really spoke to him. I think the Python thing that he was like always waiting to overtake Alamo. I think also he probably was not super happy with what they did to Rue. Because like even when Marshawn Lynch, when he was like, I'm here for Rue, or I'm friends with Rue or whatever, he also sort of looked like they all sort of looked like they were sad that he did that to Rue a little bit. Like they were on the right side of it. You know, again, it's not black and white like that. Who knows? So I think it was all of that. I also think like he saw what was going down because he told old boy not to shoot, right? He held up the little rings. So clearly there was some communication.
I think that he saw it was a sinking ship and like he did not want to sink with it. I also think that he was always surrounded by or had animals, right? Like his dog was very important to him.
Yeah.
I think that it was like one step after another of him feeling like he had to do things that were outside of, you know, his morals, right? I think killing the bird was very upsetting to him. I think, right? Like, so I think it was like, he didn't want to work with him anymore. It wasn't a surprise to me at all. I do think, right, like the prevailing theory was Bishop was working with the DEA or was undercover or was, right? And I think this is a little bit more interesting in the fact that he was just like, you know, I have no loyalty. Fuck you. Right? Like, I think that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
I like that.
Yeah, I like that too. And because people are so starved for romance on screen, people are shipping Maddie and Bishop and want a spinoff.
That's so weird.
Because
honestly, romance people, and I'm a romance person, we need to take a chill fucking pill.
Also,
we can.
We need to take a chill pill. We need to stop with shipping weird people.
I'm at my 5th time watching Heated Rivalry again.
But that is a romance. You don't need to romance Maddie and Bishop. You guys have romances. I like Bridgerton. It's right there. We don't need
so much romance for us. We don't have to force it into
You don't
things.
need toxic, abusive humans, which both of them are, even if they do the right thing in the end. They're bad people or whatever. If we're on a Sam Levinson,
talk
pendulum.
about pathological romance readers, and I again am one of them. We'll have one scene of people just talking and be like, wow.
They're definitely
love.
Yep.
They're gonna fuck. Not in this case. I don't like that.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, you guys don't want to see the Bishop and Maddie spinoff, but whatever.
I thought the way BBL left with them, I was like, oh, maybe she's getting with Bishop.
Oh, yeah. Maybe
Kitty went out with them. Like, it was like, bitch, we got a 2-seater. What are you doing
here? Yeah, what are you doing
she
here?
Was like,
and the dog's in the back.
Especially with that big old ass.
Yeah.
That's going to be tough.
Oh my God. So the last words from Bishop were, may God have mercy. And gives Maddie a ride home. And I guess Kitty and the dog. Ali goes back to the homestead and says, this is the happiest place my daughter has ever been. And they just welcome this big, dark black man that they don't know with open arms and not a gun. These are the only people with no gun.
They're the real Christians. Real good Christians.
God.
Exactly.
Thank God for Christianity.
That's the America. That's the America that they want to make great again. That's the great America.
Why were the black people told in such a extreme, violent struggle narrative, and these people shown literally with halos around their heads? I hate Sam.
And lip injections.
And and a baddie. There's a baddie.
Now, look to the side and her lips, and then the one tear. I was like,
one tear.
Not Sam being like, this is her, right? Like trying to make this beautiful girl be. Honestly, Euphoria next round is going to be on the homestead.
That's going to be,
season.
Or that's that's the spinoff. You guys want Bishop and Maddie? No, babe. You're getting Christian.
It's going to be her.
You're Christianity and lip filler.
Grade wives.
What is it? Rumspringer? That's what we're getting.
Oh my God.
Terrible.
Oh man.
Terrible.
So then
also him being like, I am renouncing all religion, and then shows up and is like, except for Christianity. Right? Like,
bitch, I'm back.
Yep.
Yeah, and my name is Martin.
Oh yeah. Martin. Also him fucking having like going full Rambo.
Yeah.
I know he had been in the military, but like, you're killing everybody and don't take a hit. Like, this is wild to me. It's like, it was like he ate the mushroom and like powered up, you know, like,
yes.
Like super killer. Like, what the
also
fuck?
perfect example of, I think, people, because people on threads were like, he was in the military, he's a veteran. Yeah, what, like 20, 30 years ago? Like,
also, do you think that everybody who was in the military can do that? Do you think they teach
what his job was? They don't tell us anything about his military.
He could have been a chef in the military. Exactly. He's sawing off shotguns. Like, are you guys fucking okay?
Absurd. It made no sense.
Oh my God, none. I guess he was a sniper, I guess. But I don't know. My uncle was a sniper. You don't act like this. Anyway. And yeah, in the end, they are praying. Ali prays for mercy on all the souls that he's known and says thank you to Rue, imagines her on the other side of the table. And there she was, crying, saying amen. And in the end, only the Christian whites get the American dream with the American flag waving in the back. So
and they got a black man too, so that's really the American dream.
And there's a black man there at the head of the table praying for them. And so if you're black and you plead hard enough, you too.
You can sit at the white table.
Can sit at the white table.
Mm-hmm. You gotta change your name.
Yeah, and change your name to Martin. Yeah, you can't be Ali Muhammad by any means.
But what was his real first name? Was it Martin? Like before he converted?
I don't know if they ever told us.
They never told us.
That might have been his original name. Very well, could have been. I think that was
what I assumed that was supposed to be.
That it was like, I renounce all religion, I'm done. And then he shows up with the whites, has maybe his original name, and is praying to God in this very, Christianity-centered home. Like, so he just gave up Islam, that's it.
Right.
It's just, right? Like, it didn't give me the feelings I wanted it to give me.
Yeah, because he wasn't honest.
No.
Say give up Islam, not,
What do you guys think the show says about Christianity? Anything?
Not
I was trying
much.
to follow the thread. It feels very pro-Christian to me. Like it's not dealing...
Right. None of the people... Christianity doesn't impact anyone negatively in the show. Mm. So it's not saying that Christianity is a bad thing, but it is also using a lot of biblical references to talk about greed, like the Psalm 115 that Rue's mom was reading. So he's using Christianity as his vehicle to talk about greed, capitalism, money, wanting to have the American dream and like get out of poverty, get out of trouble, get out of like everything that you gotten yourself into, good versus evil. But he doesn't say anything actually about the religion itself, I don't think.
Right. No. And I don't think there's a clear thread. I don't think there's a clear narrative of how Christianity or how religion, even in general, is used to support or detract from people's experiences. I think it was there to, and especially with the homestead, to highlight the like going back to regular olden day values, right? No social media. You eat everything that you grow. You're drinking the milk from the cow that just had a baby and like, right? All of this. And Christianity is inherently tied to that, right? And so I think that it's more a vehicle of trying to separate from, at least in his head, the like overconsumption, social media, get on the farm and the homestead. And that's something that anyone can attain to. But when you only show white people as that being that the only people who have experienced this are white people, it just again is centering a white person experience. To have Coleman Domingo sit at that table, have Zendaya sit at that table, I was like, this is a bunch of bullshit.
Right. And I guess also like there's none of the black people who talk about religion on the show are living a religiously pure life. Like it's like they're fakes and phonies.
Yes, yeah, because Alamo
like evil. They're his definition of evil as well,
right? I mean, that's what I mean, like fake and phony Christians. They're not real Christians. Right. They're manipulating the language, and the only pure Christians have lip filler.
And drink raw cow's milk, of course.
Yeah, and drink raw milk.
Maha.
Yikes.
Nasty.
Oh my God.
I'm so glad that we're done.
Me too. So happy we wrapped this up. Thank you guys so much for joining me with this. I have to treat both of you to whatever you want to talk about next time you're on the show.
I know, I was going to say, what am I going to pick?
Mulattoes, obviously.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna pick some like fucking Ken Burns history documentary and be like, let's fucking do the Dust Bowl, motherfuckers.
Oh, fine.
Let's do a rewatch of OJ Made in America.
Oh,
that is my shit.
Is it? Oh, yeah, that is.
That is good.
I'm up for a rewatch of that documentary. I've only seen it twice, but I would gladly watch it a third or
only seen
time.
it twice. My rewatch is going to be Insecure. That's what I'll come back and talk about.
Oh, yeah. That's a classic. And it changed culture.
True Blood. That's my second one this summer that I'm going to rewatch.
Also, I'm dying at how on brand we both are. You're like,
right?
It's
so accurate.
with like sort of like a little bit of romance. And I'm like, I'm going to do a murder that talks about race and politics in modern America right the fuck now, motherfucker.
Oh my God. What a great commercial for both of you. If you want to follow either of these ladies, all their links and everything will be in the info box below everywhere. Follow us on Patreon. Follow Traci at The Stacks. Follow Jess at Literary Intersections. And we will see you guys for Love Island. Ariana, save me. Fuck you, Sam Levinson, for life.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.